Tuesday, Donald Trump addressed
the nation.
Yes, the nation. What'd you think of his wonderful speech?
You know what? I mean, outside him bashing the Democrats in front of their face, my best part was my man Al Green out of Texas.
I didn't like that.
I did. Why? Because
it was symbolism and it was pointless. And all he did was put himself out there.
And that's what they're looking for.
What you mean he pointed himself out there?
He put himself out there by himself. No other Democrat got censured.
Got a representative like Al Green out of Texas, 77 years old, obviously has fought the good fight, but looking incredibly immature and undisciplined. Wouldn't even give Trump a chance to speak, and he had to get removed from the House. And then yesterday, 10 Democrats joined with House Republicans to censure Al Green from Texas for his protest during President Trump's address to Congress Tuesday night. The Democrats are reeling. They are falling backwards. It's bad.
You're right, because he had other 10 Democrats voted with the Republicans to do it, and they all was white, besides one of them.
And he's the fall guy.
Of course, but since Trump been in office, we ain't heard nothing about what Democrats gonna do. He sat out there. The word went out amongst the Democrats was don't do anything, don't say nothing, don't engage. And so when they was holding their paddles up, talking about lie and Medicaid and stuff like that, they wasn't even supposed to do that. You feel what I'm saying? But the only difference is that he was the only one that got up and said something talking about don't cut Medicaid, Medicare, and stuff like that, because his constituents in his district depends on that.
So what were you shouting to the president?
The president said he had a mandate. And I was making it clear to the president that he has no mandate to cut Medicaid. I have people who are very fearful. These are poor people, and they have only Medicaid in their lives when it comes to their health care. These are the safety net programs that people in my congressional district depend on.
So, Democrats don't have a plan. They haven't told the American people who didn't vote for Trump what their plan is going to do. He just put it on blast like, hey, don't do this, don't touch it, because we all know we've been spoken on the Project 2025 speaks of deep cuts to Medicaid, Medicare, et cetera, et cetera. So,
but do you think that this is giving the Dems time to get a plan together? Because giving Trump enough time to basically what he's doing is going to hang himself.
No, he's not going to hang himself, because did anybody say anything with boat right and your girl down there, Green, down in Georgia, when Biden was talking, both of them got up. They sitting there being rude. Their constituents didn't censor them. See, this is another way of showing how weak Democrats is, and this is how Republicans won, because they're beating you at your own game. Y'all sitting here trying to show decorum, and they basically saying we won and we're gonna beat y'all ass again. They talking. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't fault what he did. He basically reminding the people why he talking this bull, and he's showing symbolism. He's cherry picking. He's about to cut this. So, I think even though he was by himself, I think somebody had to do something.
The government has failed us. You can't deny that. Anytime you live in the 20th century and you walking around here singing "We shall overcome," the government has failed.
Well, like Malcolm X said, when your local government official is singing "We shall overcome," the government has failed you. That's what I took from it.
I mean, they saying that after the other 10 Democrats voted along with the Republicans. So I'm assuming they didn't know that they was going to do that. Hell, one of them had the nerve to say Al Green is his friend. You my friend, why are you censoring me? And I'm sticking up for our constituents, our party.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was thrown under the bus. That's why he looks foolish to me.
I don't think he look foolish. I think the ones that censor him, his constituents that censor him, they the ones look stupid.
Because some white people, regardless of them or not, they were going to be like, yeah, he acted a little bit too much, and that's what they did.
He always do too much though. That's not surprising.
Really?
Yeah.
No, he don't.
I mean,
that's no different from, again, I'm just fascinated how everybody's talking. But like I said, when the Republicans do it, it's okay. Oh, that's just them.
I'm not just saying that. Either way, they both do.
Okay,
much,
but the
he's doing too much at the moment.
difference is his own party members sidetracked him. That's the only difference. So that's one thing the Republicans do. They stick together regardless.
Well, first of all, this is the first problem with the Dems' problem. This is the Dems' biggest problem. Who's the big one? Who's the head Democrat right now?
Hakeem Jeffries. He's a whip in the House. And Schumer, and Chuck Schumer up in the Senate. Both of them from New York.
See, this is my thing. So the two names you just named me are Hakeem might possibly be a presidential candidate, possibly. Chuck Schumer, no. So what the Dems need is to start highlighting who they're getting ready to have going up in these next 4 years. And that's the problem. There's no head Democrat.
Right now, you got to worry about the next 2 years, let alone 4. So the midterms going to be here before the presidential election.
True.
So you have, once you done got your ass whooped in an election, the next step is what are we going to do to combat this? As of right now, Trump is going full speed ahead, dismantling every damn thing from the Department of Education to now Human Health and Services. You got damn Kennedy punk ass up there, and what we got, a measles outbreak in Texas that spread it out to New Mexico.
But
so I'm just saying,
who's the Dems' voice? Like who?
They don't have a voice,
and that's the problem.
That's the two people I just named, the gentlemen's out of New York. Mm-hmm. They the ones sitting here trying to put out this quote unquote decorum. I'm like, y'all supposed to did this 2 years ago. I mean, the fact of the matter is the Republicans is beating them on every corner, every angle they getting them. There's no decorum. Because when Trump was he talking with decorum? He straight calling their asses out right there in their face.
But that's what
we do. That's not surprising.
Okay, so sometimes you got to fight fire with fire, because y'all sit here playing this for the last 2 years and you got whooped. They're not playing it safe. So that's where you got to open up your eyes. It's like, we need to start doing something they doing. Because that's the reason why people get fired up and want to be behind Trump, because he talked that There it is.
Interesting. Well, hopefully we'll see what happens with that. But I personally did not like Al Green's decision to do what he did. But
I mean, that's cool. I mean, he was prepared for whatever was coming. So he didn't agree with their so-called plan, being quiet and just sit there and just listen to the lies and stuff like that.
But can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Though? Getting censured, does it help your constituents?
Actually, it does. It does. Because when he goes back home, they can say, we know you, out of everybody else, you stood up and you talked. While everybody else, a lot of them 10 that voted against, rolled with the Republicans, a lot of them in swing districts to where they are facing possible runoffs in their districts. So, they had a quote unquote agenda to do what they did. But again, I don't feel like, in my personal opinion, sometimes you're gonna do stuff on your own. If you don't agree with what's being said, you got to be a leader of your own self. He got constituents in Texas that he has to answer to. So, hey, sometimes you got to go out there on your own.
yeah, cool.
True. Sometimes you gotta make a statement. So, but